The gentlest therapy, as explained by Marion Nixon, is cranial therapy, which involves the gentle massaging of the muscles to allow for healing and relaxation.
The rhythm of movement in the skull is altered by tension in the neck and the shoulders, which feeds up the neck to the skull. Cranio-sacral therapy gets its name from the cranio-sacral system, which is the brain and the spinal cord that runs down the center of the body. The name implies that we would work with the head, which we do, but we also work all over the body, depending on what the need of the person who's receiving the treatment is. It's a very gentle treatment, and very subtle palpation is used. There's no force, there's no manipulation, so it can be used on anybody. With babies, it has spectacular results with things like colic and digestive disorders. The same thing with adults. Sometimes a digestive disorder is actually a consequence of tension or some physical injury that has impacted on the digestive system. By holding her arm in such a way that it's released from gravity, I'm allowing the muscles to relax. And the movement that you see is not movement that I'm imposing on the body. It's the muscles themselves relaxing and stretching. Even old injuries, you might sprain your ankle and it heals and you forget about it. But what doesn't show up on x-rays and what you're unaware of is a certain tension in the ligaments that hold the joint. And that spreads slowly through the body, through the membranes, until one day you end up with a headache and you've forgotten 20 years ago you sprained your ankle, and nobody can find anything wrong with your head because there isn't anything wrong with your head. The problem originates in the ankle. And a cranio-sacral therapist can trace the tension through the body and allow it to relax. This is doing exactly the same as happened with the arms. There's been a build-up of tension, and because I'm holding the leg and supporting it against gravity, it's got the opportunity to relax the muscles and let go of the tension. Whenever we have any kind of strong emotion, there's always a physical reaction in the body. So trauma to the body can occur not only through physical impact or some form of physical accident, it can also occur through an extreme emotional event. And very often with emotional events, we will talk about them afterwards and think we've resolved them. But what we don't realize is that the tension that sets up in the body around the event doesn't always relax when we just talk. And sometimes it gets stuck in the body. The person obviously is feeling this movement. Sometimes there will be a sensation of heat or tingling or maybe a pulsing. Sometimes an old memory will surface, and occasionally emotions might come to the surface if the tension was originally caused by an emotional event. Over a period of time, that tension can cause health problems such as headaches, back pain, or emotional issues such as depression or anxiety. I have a few clients who come to me just to de-stress, not because they have any specific problem, but it gives very deep relaxation. It can, when there's old emotional issues or shock and trauma, it's a very easy way to release it without having to go through a lot of talk therapy. Or it can be used in conjunction with talk therapy.